It's 97.3, like transgender for everybody. They fought for it. They're still fighting for it. I saw a guy today, a politician that you all know very well, fighting like hell for men playing in women's sports. You don't understand. They're human beings also. Well, I agree they're human beings. But you can't have a 7-foot guy playing basketball with the women. You know, just one of those little problems in life. And we all have our place. That's okay. I've got my place too. But this guy's screaming, it's another trap. And this is the worst of all. He said, because this is crime. Trump is saying he's against crime and they're for crime. No, he's going, it was funny. No, it's a trap. Don't do it. And then
this is literally how the Democrats are going to move to the right. They are going to be like, we aren't pro-crime. We're with you, Mr. President. But after we watch Trump, I want to pull up J.B. Pritzker's speech because I think he actually did such a good job of creating the language that Democrats should be using, where he says, no, we are not pro-crime. We are just against Donald Trump sending the military into these situations. And by the way, you know who's anti-military? Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is the one disrespecting the military by just throwing them onto American streets. They're not supposed to do that. They're not trained to do that. It shows you the type of regard he has for our military, that he will use them as pawns for political gain.
I saw this poor, stupid Chuck Schumer, the guy. He looks like he's aged 100 years, and I don't like getting into looks. You know, looks don't mean anything, right? When you're in politics, looks don't matter. I look at Pam, I would never say she's beautiful because that'd be the end of my political career. Glory.
Why are you hitting on your staff again? Dude, what is the point of this cabinet meeting? Why are we hitting on Pam Bondi? We know that's the reason you picked her. We know that she's your DEI hire. We know that she's your DEI hire. But you need to keep your DICK in your pants, you fucking disgusting pig. Focus on the cabinet meeting.
Secretary, but I will tell you.
Leave Kristi Noem's name out your mouth.
And
keep your DICK in your pants, you disgusting slob.
Fight me, like this slob of a governor you have in Illinois. This poor guy got thrown out of his business by his family. I know the family. I was partners with the family. Nice family. I like the family, but he was no good. They threw him out. He's governor of Illinois, and he goes about Trump. We don't need his help. Chicago is the worst. These places are really bad. Crime in D.C. was the worst it ever was. You know, they make up stories. Crime in D.C. was the worst ever in history. And now, over the last 13 days, we've worked so hard. And we've taken so many, there are many left, but we've taken so many criminals, over 1,000. I watched a man from Maryland who
the Maryland man
said to me, sir, you're the greatest president. You're doing an unbelievable job. What a great job. Governor Moore, has anyone heard of him? And I met him in a hallway, and as usual, you do your job very well. One of these great cameramen had it on tape. But I met this gentleman. I never met him before. Sir, you're doing a great job. You're doing an unbelievable job. Thank you very much. But then he goes on television and says, oh, Trump is a dictator. He's a dictator. And a lot of people are so the line is that I'm a dictator, but I stopped crime. So a lot of people say, you know, if that's the case, I'd rather have a dictator. But I'm not.
For the first time, I am actually willing to admit that Donald Trump is right about something. He is absolutely correct about this. Oh, you probably think I'm going to say that he stops crime. No, what I'm actually saying is Donald Trump is right. People want him to be a dictator. Literally, there are Trump supporters out there, a lot of them, that would rather have a dictator than a president because they are not real Americans. They do not believe in the constitutional republic that they claim to care about. They want to be ruled and dominated. They want to be dominated like little servants. They want to be dominated like little obedient, submissive serfs working for this president. They want this president to tell them where to work, what they're going to make, when to show up for the riot. People were literally asked on the street, would you rather have Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, or would you rather have Putin? And they said they'd rather have Putin. Putin hasn't been the fairly elected president of Russia for decades. And people actually would rather have Donald Trump as a fascist thug running this president than a real president, because they want to be ruled. They want Donald Trump to just be the dictator. And that's how you know that we're dealing with a cold civil war. It's a cold civil war. We're not actually on the battle lines here. But the days of working together, the days of working across the aisle are long gone, because you have the Democrat Party, which is basically a moderate conservative party. And you have this overt fascist far-right party, which is literally saying that the other half of the country, the Democrats, are the enemy within. They are traitors, they are scum, and they are the threat to America. We have never been more divided. Never. I would say we are even more divided than we were during the Civil War.